Living with someone that is an addict is a living hell on earth.
Living to use and using to live, that's simply an addict. I had to use in order to live. I just couldn't get enough. Like, one is too many and 1,000 is never enough. And I didn't know when to stop. I couldn't stop because I had so much pain, I didn't know how to deal with it. 12, 13 years old, that's when I found booze. And when I took that first sip of booze, it took away all the pain. It's one of those things that it's just like, right? Like, you don't have to worry about anything else in life. And then I could put this mask on and pretend that I was somebody else. And I could, I wasn't popular, but then I could be popular because right after booze came drugs. And right after drugs came me selling drugs.
It was very difficult that he became an addict at such a very early age. I remember his hopes and dreams before all that, and being an addict certainly was not on that list of hopes and dreams and wishes. So when he did begin to struggle, it really hit me hard.
2005, I tried committing suicide back-to-back times. I was just done. I was just done with life. I was just done with me. The race inside my head was so bad that I just couldn't figure it out. I thought I was a failure. I thought my family didn't love me. I didn't know, didn't have anybody around me. I became just alone. And when you're alone with yourself, it's not a good feeling, because all you have is your mind. And your mind is your worst enemy. And I made a conscious decision to kill myself. I'll tell you, the worst feeling in the world is not succeeding, killing yourself. Because if you haven't already succeeded in life, and now all of a sudden you're laying in the hospital and you haven't succeeded at killing yourself, I didn't know what I had left.
That was every parent's worst nightmare. To hear a doctor as you're holding your son and saying, he's gone. But by the grace of God, it wasn't his time. I thought in a lot of ways I was helping him. The reality and the honest to God's truth of the matter, I was enabling. I was the master of enabling. I was physically watching my son kill himself, and with my help. There's that fine line between enabling and helping, and you have to know the difference. And I did not know the difference.
I never thought I was going to have kids, and my own destiny is amazing. And I know I couldn't leave her. I love my girls, and I couldn't do that. Just holding destiny for the first time was pretty special, because I never thought that I'd have that. I never thought I would be given that opportunity.
I know that Jay does one day at a time, and I do believe that the struggle is real for him. And I've seen him through some lower points and some higher points in his life. But I never stopped believing in him from the moment that I've met him. There's never been a time, even through the worst of difficult times, where I actually thought he would ever drink again, or use. I just cannot see it happening. He did struggle big time with food and energy drinks, and just everything he was ingesting wasn't great. And I didn't actually find out until after we were no longer together just how bad the struggle was, how he was, going through the drive-thrus and kind of hiding out. Like, there was a lot of the addiction that I didn't even see. I just saw what went on at home, or, all the wrappers and the downstairs garbage, and just the way that I saw that he didn't feel so great about himself.
There's a baby. You got so many. Oh, look, there's some. Just couldn't give up that addiction to food. The addiction of food was the last thing I held on to. I just couldn't let it go. I guess I was scared to let it go because it was the last thing I had for killing pain. But I wasn't really killing pain, I was creating more pain because I couldn't look at myself in the mirror and I couldn't accept who I was. And you know, when your clothes keep getting tighter and you move to another size and you're into like a double X and then a triple X and you just wearing the same clothes all the time because you can't get into anything else and you don't want to get into anything else because you hate what you look like. And then it also brings like tension and discomfort around the people you hang around with, right? Because you don't want to be seen. 40%. Cooking became an outlet. It became this art for me. So when I'd plate food, it was this picture. I wanted to paint this picture on these plates, and I wanted to have them the sexiest looking plates that you could have. And I wanted to build this story on plates and build my recovery around food and being the chef recovery, and teach people how to cook and create recipes after my recovery. And cooking has really saved me in the aspects of who I am and what I want to do and where I want to go.
His culinary arts came into play hugely, doing huge galas and cooking for celebrities. He done amazing. That's such a proud feeling, knowing the struggles that we've gone through. We went through many trials and tribulations, many sleepless nights and tears for myself as a mom, dreading phone calls or dreading the doorbell ringing, wondering, is this it? Is this the call? Is this the knock? And to know that I can actually stand beside him, there are no words. There are no words. My heart is happy. That's the only way I know how to say it. My heart is finally happy. I have my son back.
I used right up till February 10th, 2008, and February 11th, 2008 is when the journey of recovery started for me. And it's over 11 plus years today of being clean and sober. It hasn't been perfect, it hasn't been easy. There's been a lot of ups and downs. I've gone through a lot, went through a lot of jobs. Got a lot of people back in my life, lost some people in my life. But I love myself today.
Nothing compares to destiny.